Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's focus training. I am Kiri Honey, and I am the host of this community. And thank you so much for being here today. What I wanted to talk about today was about how creativity can help. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is because this week um, I did a live training, in-person training, um, for Mental Health Week here in Rotorua, where I live. And we had some really important discussions during that session. And it reminded me that everyone needs to hear this. So I wanted to put this little training together on a different platform so that those of you that are actually interested get to learn about it. So I said we would talk about 4 different things about creativity. And so there were 4 questions. How creativity can help you with your mental health, why you probably don't think you're creative, why you need to prioritize creative fun, and how creativity can help your relationship. So we'll go through those now. And so the first one that I wanted to talk about. So, how can creativity impact your mental health? Well, for me, when I was really struggling with my postpartum depression, it was reminding myself of the things that brought me joy. And that joy comes from doing crafty things. So, whether it be um, cutting out some photos and scrapbooking, whether it be knitting or crochet or stitching of some sort, if that's what you're into, or if it's sewing, or maybe it's music, maybe it's throwing some paint around, maybe it's cutting out pictures from magazines. It can be so many different things. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. So the session that I taught the other night was about vision boards. Um, and I'll be honest and say that a couple years ago, so not very long ago, I thought vision boards were silly. And you might feel the same way about vision boards, or you might think they are amazing. And the truth is, now I think they're pretty amazing. Do I think vision boards solve your problems? No, I do not. um, do I think vision boards can save your marriage? No, I do not. But what I do think is that when you have a clear idea of where you want to be and what it might take to get there, seeing that, actually looking at it daily, that is where the magic is. And taking the time to sit down and create that vision is fun. And that is the power of it. It really comes in setting the intention for what you want to achieve when you're being creative. And if you make that intention something that's got a negative vibe with it, like, oh, I have to get this done because I've got a deadline, then that's no longer getting the most out of it. Sorry if you can hear my lambs in the background. They are hungry for lunch. Okay. Um, so the next thing that I wanted to talk about is why you don't think you're creative. So I'm going to share some really important stats with you that really opened my eyes up to this and the importance of bringing creativity back into your lives. So here goes. At the age of 5, 98% of people think they are creative. At the age of 10, 30% think they are creative. At the age of 15, 12% think they are creative. And out of adults, 2%. A measly 2% of adults think they are creative. And I will put a link to a TED Talk on this. But that really blew my mind, for one. And it's just so shocking, really. So hopefully you get a bit of a shock out of that as well. Because if you're here, you probably have somewhat of a creative bone in your body. And it doesn't mean that you think your art is amazing, because that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about so much more than that. And I think the reason that so few people, grown-ups, think they are creative is because of fear, because of judgment, and because of different priorities. So we're afraid of getting it wrong. And that's such a limiting thing. It really worries me that we have so little faith in ourselves and what being creative is. So I want to re-inspire you to view creativity as simply having fun and expressing yourself without any fear of what the end product is, because we really need to step into that journey, step into that process, step into that feeling of what it feels like to be creative, what it feels like to throw some paint around, what it feels like to get messy and be a kid again, because it is actually the thing that we need to prioritize. Not the dishes, not the laundry, not the vacuuming, or whatever it is that you are doing that you think needs to be done before you spend any time getting creative. I'm here to tell you you're wrong. You need to prioritize having some fun. So get the pens out, get the magazines out, start cutting out things that makes you feel good, because when you feel good, everyone else around you feels good. Because when mom is all right, everyone else is all right. Okay? So, super important. You need support with that. You know where I am. All right. So, why we need to prioritize creative fun? Well, I'm pretty sure I've already kind of mentioned that. Why is because it's good for your mental health, because it makes you feel good. And we spend far too much time worrying about what other people think, what other people are doing, that we need to be keeping a clean house and we need to be running all the errands and pleasing all the people. But what we need to be doing is spending time having fun. Remember the things that bring you joy and allow you to express yourself and have fun. I talk about it a lot. That's the word. That's the key word here. Okay. Set the intention of enjoying yourself for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, a couple hours. All right. But you need to start prioritizing it. And it doesn't have to be throwing paint around. Whatever creative form brings you joy is what I'm encouraging you to do today. And how can creativity help your relationship? Why do you think? So if you've gotten anything from what I've been talking about, if you're going to have a great relationship, if you're going to have a great marriage, you have to be great. My dog thinks, you can't see him, but he's just jumped up because he thinks I'm talking to him. So get down. You need to be okay with you, because if you are not okay, I've mentioned this before, if you are not okay, nobody's okay. Nobody in your household, in your immediate circle will be in a good place if you're not in a good place. It affects you, it affects those around you. You can't keep denying it. So that's it. That's the key. That is the secret sauce, my friends. You need to spend more time on you. And many of you, if not all of you, because everyone needs support, if you feel like you need support to figure out what that is, and being there, I completely forgot what brings me joy and how I can have more fun. And I got help. Somebody helped me find that again. And now I want to help you find that again. So if you'd like to take me up on that offer, you can book your free coffee chat with me, and we can sit down and see the next best step to get you closer to where you want to be in your life, in your relationship, and all the things. All right. Thank you so much for watching this session. Do let me know in our Facebook group what you loved about it. I hope you found it helpful. And I can't wait to see you again next week for another training. Watch the space for what it will be, because I don't know yet. Okay. Enjoy, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.